Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of solutions, graphs, and quadratic functions. This is standard A.6C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 10 of the 2017 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we need to graph this quadratic, take this quadratic function that is graphed, and we need to put it into standard form here. So what we are looking for is our standard form. So it looks like this: y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That's what we need to make it look like. What do we know about this? Well, we know that the positive or negative value of a tells us the direction. So we know that if it's negative, it's downward facing. We know that if it's positive, it's an upward facing. This is a downward facing or downward opening parabola, so I already know that it's negative, so it's got to be either G or J. So I know that right off the bat. Now, other than that, that's all that I can tell from the A. Now, there are two different ways we could kind of get there. We could use the vertex form. Right, so this is the y equals a x minus h squared plus k, where h and k make your vertex, the x and y coordinates of your vertex. But you know what? I'm not really seeing a very clear vertex there. It's like a -1.5. It almost looks like it's a little bit above 6. So we need to go with the third form of the quadratic function, and that's the factored form. All right, so this is y equals a, and all this does is this just factors out this right here. So x minus u, x minus v. So this is another way to write it. Now, how is this helpful? Well, u and v are the x coordinates. They are the zeros. And we do actually have two pretty good zeros here. We've got a -4, and we've got a +1. So we're going to say that u equals -4. We're going to say v equals 1. So we can plug that in here. So y, or we can say f of 4, or f of -4 is going to be 0, and f of 1 is going to be 0. So this is what we can do. We can say 0 equals... right, because when we have a x value of -4, 1, the y is 0, the f of x is 0. A, and it's x, and it's minus -4, so I'm just going to go and put that as +4, and then the v is going to be a 1, so it's x minus 1. So what we do here is we just factor this out here, right, and we say 0 equals... and that's, now we need to FOIL this out, these binomials, so that's x squared, right, plus 4x minus x minus 4. So really it's just going to be x squared plus 3x minus 4. So that makes us get really close, but we still have this a that we don't know of. So I'm going to plug in, I have a y-intercept right here, and that's going to make my job very easy because it's got an x value of 0 and a y value of 4. So let's plug that in. So my f of x is going to be 4 equals a, look at this, x, which is 0 squared plus 3 times 0 minus 4. So that really just kind of empties it out to where it's going to be 4 equals -4a, because those are all zeros. Divide both sides by -4. And there we go. That's what I'm needing. A equals -1. So then I could just take this a right here. I could say that's going to be -1. So really we wouldn't leave a -1 out there. What we would do is we would distribute that to everything. And so we're going to get our f of x equals -x squared minus 3x plus 4 as we distribute that -1 out, and our answer is G.